Hi everyone, it's Empress Coco, the Divine Messenger, the Divine Downloader, back with another video. Today's video, we're going to channel Scorpio's future energy, what's in your energy, warnings, cautions, who's in your energy, what's up. Everything's pre-shuffled, note cards are pre-picked. Let's get started, okay? Someone feels like they're always with you, okay? Someone might think that you're a divine portal, or that you could be a divine portal. Or maybe someone thinks they're a divine portal, but they're not. Or someone that is connected to you is a divine portal. Someone may have ghosted you, and it might have been your father, okay? Your father may have ghosted you, and maybe they were a divine portal, okay? So, I'm always with you. So maybe they're trying to tell you that they'll always be with you, or that they're still with you. Maybe something happened, okay? Because you have no father here. No father. So your father ghosted you. Now you have no father, or your father is going to be ghosting you and you don't have father. If you know tarot, you know that nothing is ever permanent. So if it's a future reading, it could be a future reading. It could be the future from the past, if that makes sense. Or like it could be your past, but it's still future tense. No measurement of time, okay? So that makes sense. Can we be friends? Something here about an open relationship, a separation in 2023. Okay, it could have been with the Cancer, or you have Cancer in your chart. Someone really feels like you will always be theirs, okay? And that's in reverse. So whoever, I mean, maybe your father feels like you will always be theirs. Maybe you have something to tell you. Love comes with sacrifice. Something about love comes with sacrifice. Maybe your father has to tell you, or is going to come to you and confess some things and express himself to you. Scorpio, maybe they are maybe they're going to tell you how they had to sacrifice for love or something. They had to sacrifice something maybe with your mother. Something about communications, okay? Communications. So maybe there could be a lack of communication. There was always a lack between communication, or maybe it's going to be a hard situation to communicate with your father, okay? Something about an open relationship. Something about separating 2023, or maybe you separated with someone, and maybe 2023 was the beginning of an open relationship between you and someone. Higher, something about higher. You might be 420 friendly, someone's 420 friendly, or maybe something about your higher self. Divine portal is here, higher. Maybe you have this outlook on your father, like you look down on him, or maybe you need to see the higher part in him, the higher self in him. Maybe their higher self, you need to sit and have a conversation with them. Something about multiple partners here, but something about a true twin flame. So maybe your true twin flame is coming, but maybe it starts off as a poly relationship, or maybe it's something to where you both believe in poly or something. I don't know. At the top of the deck is games, and I'm trapped. Maybe your father got trapped. Maybe your father is trying to communicate to you so that you can help release them or help free them. Something about games is here though. Scorpio energy, future energy. Talk to me. Hold on, babe, okay? Scorpio, future energy. Hold on. So Scorpios. Hey. Okay, so maybe you could finally be having, Scorpio, you could finally just be getting some type of relief. Okay? Some type of relief from something. You're no longer down and out. You're no longer out here looking crazy or sad about something. You've taken all you can take with someone. Maybe this could be about your father. Okay? Maybe this will be the conversation with your father. Or maybe this is about the separation. Maybe you just had a hard time these last couple of years. It's been stressful. It's been hard. But you've taken it all to the chin. And now you really are just accepting everything for what it is and what it has been. Maybe you're finally accepting that you never had a father. You didn't have one. Maybe that really affected you. Maybe that's a part of your childhood trauma, Scorpio, and you really had to tune into that. You know, go within, reflect, do the shadow work, heal, because maybe you need to heal. You need to do this. No, turn that TV off, please. It's there for the carpet. It's there for the carpet so the carpet doesn't lift up. Leave it there, please. Thank you. And no TV right here. I'm doing work. You can't have the TV on. Go in Cam's room. I'll let you know when the pizza's ready.
Mommy, I didn't have to promote first.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, okay? Okay? All right. So maybe you are accepting things. Maybe you need to do this work in order for your true twin flame to come and find you, to link up with you. Maybe you have to accept. Maybe you're finally getting around to accepting what everything has been, all of these towers, and maybe it's time that you accept awakening, because maybe even your father had to go through that process. And you're not, don't pull that, please. It broke, and I don't want it to break even more. I have to fix it, please. I said don't pull it. Yes, and I'm very upset he did that. I have to fix it. So maybe maybe you need to shift your perspective. And maybe things had to happen this way for a reason, especially with someone so close to you, your father, and this relationship. Maybe you didn't expect love to hurt as much, but love comes with sacrifice, remember? It's here on the board. Yeah. Yep. Maybe this is even helping you. This is helping you to maybe repairing this relationship too with your father. This is going to help you understand the position of being a mother, and maybe actually becoming more in tune with your feminine side and being more nurturing, caring, sensible, loving. You know, maybe it's something about excuse me, trauma, the trauma from your father that shaped you differently as a woman, or vice versa, as a woman or a man. Maybe it didn't even, that it's not, maybe this conversation is going to help you become a better woman, in touch with your feminine nature, heal. Yes, it's gonna help you even do shadow work. It's gonna help you transform. Even though you feel like being betrayed, it's gonna make you cold, turn you cold. Maybe it has already turned you cold, and maybe you feel like it's just gonna get worse. But no, like this is because you haven't confronted any emotions and feelings, and this is what's needed to be done. There's a need to confront, express the feelings and emotions. There's always a need. Even if you don't do it, it's gonna happen regardless. Yeah. You have to put the effort in a relationship, and a relationship goes both ways. And that maybe, I feel like there's also a curse on your generation, Scorpio, that like, maybe the curse happened with you. Maybe your father, maybe everyone else's father, whatever, everyone's good, but maybe the curse started with you, and it hurt you really hard. And so you've never put that effort, you've never worked, you know what I mean? Like this relationship, it might just need to work both ways. As people, we have to also be understanding of generational curses, patterns, things like that, because the curses from the masses, look what's going on and what we're being prevented from doing, and how we're also creating our own curses and how we're falling to them. You know what I mean? And that realistically doesn't matter how old someone is. You know what I mean? Trying to make change and implement change on the entire universe is going to take time, but we need to dig deep within our generations, right? Change everything, including the root that is connected to this curse. Okay. So maybe if that's the root that's connected, right? The father, it started right there in that situation. And maybe it was a curse placed over you and your father. And maybe you both need to work together, teamwork, and put the effort in to transform and awaken and change the curse over your generation. Okay, you guys have to work together, and that's why there's no inheritance. That's why there's no legacy. That's why there's no foundation with whatever you created. Even if you created a family, you had a child, you had a son, you may not have been healed. You may not have did the work. And if you have an unhealed tie, so you have an unhealed tie connection to your father, and you didn't heal, and you have a son, well, what are you doing? Where is the foundation? Where is the legacy? Where is the commitment to change, to more, right? Something's only immature if you make it. This conversation is only going to be immature if you make it. This is going to help you even maybe level up to an empress. Okay? If you do the work, it's time for you to keep leveling up, and it's time for you to step into your empress energy. Okay? Because you keep trying to give up. You keep trying to give up. And don't, because one, your twin flame's waiting for you. Two, you need to square all of this away, especially with your emotions and your feminine nature, because these are cycles that are going to prevent you from leveling up, Scorpio. Okay? This is what you need to do. You need to combat this. You need to do the work, and you need to put the work in. Doesn't matter what you think or what you don't want to look like or what you don't want to feel like. It doesn't matter. That's too personal. Can't be personal about something that you might have to learn how to be more understanding, loving, a decent human being, unity, forgive. Maybe not. We might need to learn how to forgive, Scorpio. Yeah, you can't believe behind any of this. This is something you have to combat. You can't believe behind these feelings. You can't just turn and look the other way and act like it's not happening or nothing's happening or nothing's going on. Okay? Because something is unbalanced with tradition, like beliefs, a system, things like that. There is no knowledge of it, and that's supposed to be what we're doing. And I think that you might need to work on your relationship with the creator, because it's something that it could be more, or it could be more like it could be valued more. But like it's almost like like you're moving in the universe, you're just moving without the wisdom and knowledge behind the beliefs and what they're for. You have to be committed. You have to be committed to the creator. You have to be committed to the mission. You have to be committed to the purpose. You have to be committed to the bigger picture. You have to be. I'm sorry, that looked like a sticker. That just bothered me. You have to be committed to the journey, especially if you're going to get to your twin flame, especially if you're going to get to your higher self, right? you have to let go of the egos, and you can be going, and that's probably why you just was down and out real bad. You were going through dark night of the soul, an ego death, because your ego is too much, that you're too aggressive, you're too competitive, you're too you're like always trying to fight, always trying to be the bigger person, but not in a good way, not in a communicative way, more in like a possessive, controlling way. Like, you gotta be recognized. You. It's time for a death when it comes to your ego. It's time for an ego death, Scorpios. It's time to leave the ego behind, okay? Because you're not changing shit. How you can't, you can't go anywhere without a death to that ego. And once that death comes to that ego, stability, abundance. And I think it's going to be your father. I think your father is going to completely complete you. And I think that because you might even be the portal for your father. This might open up something completely new. This might rewrite your generation. This is going to rewrite the future generation to come, from your children, from your child. Like, this right here, you need to repair that relationship. And you need to do the work, and you need to also, but it has to be both of you guys. So trust divine timing. If it's not divine timing, if your father isn't okay with it or the conversation, start off small. Do not point the finger. Do not blame, Scorpio. I don't think that's something that's okay. You need to honestly come from a more level-headed position, a common ground, and you need to take accountability, and also just be understanding, especially if you are a mother or father now. Okay? So this was your reading, Scorpios. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. It's Empress Coco. Peace.